Hey guys, Wisp here. So today, I'm going to talk about using float down air into an IASA Nair, which will actually float cancel while you descend, which is kind of wonky on the face of it. So the way this works is that when you down air, at the end of it, you go into IASA frames. But you have 3 of them for down air, and if you Nair while you're down airing, if your down air was float canceled, even if you're falling when you start the Nair, that will also float cancel. I believe this was discovered by Quetzalcoatl, like every other bit of Peach Tech, in 2015. It's tricky because it's 3 frames, which is why I've turned on the overlay to make it obvious when I've gotten it and when I haven't. I got 3 in a row there. So we're going to be doing that on Sheik's shield. And just as an interesting tidbit, you can also do this with a turnip, and if you hit Z, you can actually drop the turnip while you float. So you can actually get rid of your turnip after any aerial in the air. It's tricky. There we go. Yeah, Nair stays out forever. But yeah, you can drop a turnip this way too. Which lets you do like Dair, turnip, Dair, which is cheeky. Anyway, so the idea is that you take the Dair on their shield, let go of your float while you're daring them, and then Nair their shield as you're falling to get a lower Dair. Now this on itself is not terribly interesting, but the thing that made me actually excited and made me want to do a video on it is that normally when you Nair, you're only going to be +2 if you do a Nair like this. So, because you have to actually fast fall before your Nair hits them. So it's frame 1, input Nair, frame 2, input fast fall, frame 3, Nair hits. There might be one other frame in there. I'm not sure if Nair coming out on frame 3 includes the frame that the button press was registered, so it might be 2 frames. Regardless, I can't do it reliably, and if you fail it, then your fast fall gets eaten by the hit lag on shield, and that makes it so that you're like -5 or something horrible. And so that fast fall is really tricky to do. But if you're coming out of a down air, you can just fast fall like this and Nair during it and get a float cancel. So you can actually get this fast fall in Nair really easily, just like this. So these are all like early fast fall Nairs. So that'll actually let you get a +3 Nair. And depending on the way the ECB works, you might even be able to get the like sub-float Nair that people have been talking about recently, where you like jump, then double jump, and then float, and it makes you float lower than normal, so that when you Nair, you land immediately because of the ECB shift. So you might actually be able to get that by falling out of your float and using the Nair on the right frame. So you could potentially set up into a +4 Nair. Someone would have to do that frame perfectly and actually see if that's possible. But at the very least, since you're fast falling, you should be able to get a +3 Nair. So it's tricky, but this is a very useful technique because this situation isn't terribly advantaged, but this situation is very, very advantaged. You can get the Nair grab faster than Sheik can grab. Like if Sheik was set to out of shield me, the Nair grab would beat her grab, and I could also do this float Nair grab. And now I'm completely failing them. So I've just started practicing this a little bit ago, which is why I'm not terribly consistent with it. But even with a day or 2 of practice, you can see I'm already getting them reasonably reliably. And a lot of people might not realize how valuable being able to Nair out of a fast fall is. So, I hope you learned something. If you didn't know about the IASA and the float trick, now you know. If you didn't know about Dair and Nair, now you know. If you didn't know that you could drop turnip and IASA out of float, now you know. So, tune in next time. Stay tuned. I plan to make more videos now that I'm actually moved and safely ensconced within my new job. So, thanks for watching.